Good morning, everyone. It's Ryan from the Pop Culturist here, and we're getting ready for the EA press conference. And to kick things off, we're seeing two Aussies. We're seeing James Turner and Deligracy to talk about The Sims. Two quite prominent Australian Sims gameplay streamer peoples. It's great. But anyway, Kristen's here, Justin's here. How are you both? It's very, very early in the morning. I've had a good couple of hours sleep. To be nice, I slept on the couch this evening, so that way I wouldn't wake up my boy when I'm up and about doing all my things. So, it's all good. How is it going? It is alright, man. I'm a bit knackered, but we'll see how we go. Let me just put this up, and we'll bring that desktop audio down for a little bit, and so the way you guys can hear what's going on. You can hear people chats about The Sims. I'm wondering whether, I didn't wonder whether there's any more thing. It's 12:49 p.m. Well, you're lucky, Christian. It's currently 3:49 a.m. in the morning here. So got a big old cup of hot chocolate as we wait and get things going. So let's have a look. So what are we expecting out of the EA conference today, ladies and gentlemen? Got a couple. I've got a couple things in mind. Now, I was going to have a notepad with a pen whenever it went. Oh, it is too damn early, Demo. It is too damn early. Welcome. I will have to get a pen and a pad. I do like to take notes throughout the conference, so hold up. Talk amongst yourself for just about 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
See, that's just how it is. If you could stream seasons, you would, right? Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%. So what got you into The Sims? What is it about The Sims that keeps you coming back for each and every expansion?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing since the first Sims came out. I think James as well. My dad brought it home one day, and I would just play it every chance I could. It's just like a creative outlet, and it's so much fun.
And again, you know, like, what is it about that world of getting to create your own world and create your own atmosphere, now getting to create your own seasons and tweak that a little bit? How does that make you feel? Like, what keeps you coming back?
It's the creativity for me. Like, I've always, growing up, I love building with Legos and all that kind of stuff. So being able to create your own world and craft it, tell the stories with The Sims the way you want to, and now being able to control the weather and just adding that into all that makes it super exciting. It's just the freedom to be able to do what we want.
It's a sandbox game, so you get sick of something, you knock it down, you start again, like it never ends.
So what's been your favorite expansion so far?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I asked a hard-hitting question.
Yeah, I think Cats and Dogs was pretty cool because you got to have pets and a new world, and that was a heap of fun. Probably Cats and Dogs or City Living, where you can live in like big apartment buildings and go to festivals. Yeah.
For me, it would be get to work so far, because able to run retail stores, so you can become an entrepreneur, sell whatever you want from the catalog. I always loved
Told you I'd be back. Wasn't gonna be far away.
my way in the world.
He's like, I love playing games because
Let's have a look at what we got going.
I love getting to work with my Sims, putting those Sims to work.
Let's see. Christian asks, what's one of your favorite YouTubers? Mine is H2 Delirious. No idea who that is. Well, YouTubers that I watch on a regular basis. I'm a big fan of like Digital Foundry is obviously a big one. Let's see who else is in my YouTube feed.
And thank you. Hopefully you guys have a great EA play. And now let's take a look at
We've
exactly what
got
I've been talking about with this trailer for the Sims season.
big fan of Joseph Buckley. Blunty's a good guy. Big Boogie. Obviously Colin Moriarty in his channel. Danny Dwyer with No Clip. I originally found this guy called George Rocco Schmidt. There's a lot of really cool movie stuff. And How Ridiculous is another Australian channel, but they do a lot of really trick shots and stuff. They're pretty good. Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman are two big ones for movies. Lamar Wilson's fantastic, and I hear these guys called the Pop Culturists pretty sufficient too. I like Steal My Sunshine in Simglish. I like it. I'll take notes of my end as well if you need. No, it's just for me to be able to keep track of what's going on. It's just pretty much why I grab the notes. It would be very nice the way that is way out of left field with Visceral. Yeah, it'd be nice to have Dead Space come back. I kind of doubt it. I think it'll be a bit bittersweet for them to re-release. They go, hey, we're re-releasing Dead Space, but the studio is gone. It'd be a bit of a one in the middle, I reckon. What horror movie villain scares you? What horror movie villain scares me? I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of horror movies actually, and it's not more the
I've been doing it for quite a long time, and I'd like to do more. I'd like to
There's no direct villain that's kind of scares me in the same way, like as I said, like Pennywise or like Freddy or anything like that. None of them really do it. Like the best movies that have actually properly scared me, probably the Conjuring films. They've done pretty good. The first two acts of the Conjuring films were really good, and they got me scared a little bit. What is the first horror movie you've watched? I remember one of the first horror movies that I really watched that I really was aware it was a horror film was called Candyman. It was about a guy with something to do with bees, and he had a hook for a hand. I remember that pretty much scared the shit out of me from when I was little. Alien vs. Predator, I wouldn't probably say it's horror, more of a slash, more of an action movie, if anything. But one of my favorite horror games would be. I'm a big fan of the old Silent Hill games. I love Silent Hill 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much, pretty rad. Alone in the Dark was always like the original one. Alone in the Dark: A New Nightmare on PS2. I was always a big fan of. Yeah, I haven't really played a whole bunch of scary games.
Now you can be a recruiter for tons of things.
Nah, I hear the pop cultures are all weak presenters except for the epically bearded one. You're not wrong there, man. Not wrong at all. I'm one of my favorites, ACG. ACG's great. Good channel, really good channel. Review Tech USA, not so much. I don't find Rich to... I watched a couple of his stuff in the past, but I don't think he's that great. Number Candyman Dream, nice. Are you familiar with Fran Bo? No, I am not. Alright, so, in terms of what EA have planned in my head, I wrote down the following. They will be... obviously more Star Wars. I'm thinking either Battlefront 2 DLC or maybe whatever Visceral was working on, but now it's in the hands of someone in Canada. Anthem. I still think Anthem will come, but I don't think we'll get a release date. And we'll get more on the new Battlefield 5, and of course my big hype, my big hype moment would be Skate 4. Very unlikely, but I would like to see Skate 4. Christian, yes, I am aware of Jacksepticeye. Not really in my wheelhouse. Just because I'm not a real big fan of that real in-your-face kind of just loud YouTubers. As you notice, our streams are a lot more, and our season, our content a lot more, a bit more straight. Like they're still fun, but they're just not like as abrupt. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Christian. That's so lovely of you. Faraday says, "Tick off your skate announcement already, dude." I said, I think it's pretty positive. I think the information is in my favor. You know, especially with the servers coming back up, and so I think it's gonna look good.
There's something in there for you too. Why? Because you can possibly test games from the. As I do think you'll actually get it this year. I do hope so. Christian, have you subscribed to me? No, I have not, my friend. I'll have to have a look. Remind me at the end of this stream, and I'll boot it up on my phone because this is 2 minutes away for EA. EA is a tough one. It really is. Mostly because it couldn't. There's so many known commodities that they'll be working out of. You know they'll be working out of. My accent is Australian, dude, because I'm from Australia. Yeah, EA obviously, we're gonna get a lot of sports games. We're gonna get a lot of Madden. Gonna get your NFL, NFLs. We're gonna get Maddens. We're gonna get FIFA. Maybe a couple sports titles. Now they don't do a basketball anymore since they kind of succeeded the loss, I guess, to 2K. But like I said, I think Skate 4 is my big one. Skate 4 is what I want. Got my fingers crossed for that Skate 4. So if you guys can all get your fingers crossed as well, we'll hopefully get some good news from that sense. More Sims. We also got Sim Seasons. That's something, but pretty cool. Trying to think what else. I think I saw overnight that Unravel 2 has leaked, which would be really cool. I really enjoyed Unravel 1. I remember getting to play that at EB Expo 2 years ago before it came out. That was rad. Really enjoyed Unravel. And having more of that would be really cool. I remember when we did the stream on Wednesday, we were making all the thumbnails for our E3 content. One of the things we did do, it was like, oh, put Yanni on there. I was like, no, I don't think Yanni's going to be there. I think there's going to be Unravel 2, but looks like I may have been wrong. Oh, 55 seconds left to go. Christian says, what's your favorite FNAF? Friday Nights at Freddy's? Don't play it, my friend. Way out of my wheelhouse. Maybe some remastered Sims game like that would be cool. My girlfriend would love it. Yeah, I love Sims, man. Sims and I go way back. I'll be very keen to see it come back. I have a buddy that works in EA in Melbourne. I think he works on that game. Pretty sure he does. Ooh, potential for Titanfall 3. Yes, of course. With EA and Respawn. Yeah, that's totally possible. It's totally possible indeed. I kind of didn't put Titanfall 3 on my list, seeing as I thought, although Titanfall 2 did great, and I'm not sure it's going to get a sequel. But let's do this. E3 kicks off now. Of course, FIFA, Battlefield. Oh, they're going to do NBA. Nice. Cool. Yeah, Star Wars, of course. Anthem. Alright, so far it's a lot of old footage and stuff we've seen before. Major complaints. That's dope. That's real cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Good morning, Pinch. How are you, my friend? Hope you are well.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
And Andre Renee.
So that was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee. And while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys.
Junaid's a great host. She's worked in the biz for a while, so she's much better than any of those random streamers that they pulled out in the last couple of years.
Show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course.
Yeah,
we're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, clap it up.
Hopefully she's proof EA has started learning lessons. It could be possible. She's fantastic. I think it's about getting the image right. I think they're getting their image right by having her come in. Pinch says, very nice, absolutely frothing for Skate 4. Yes! Please get that all in around my mouth.
Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show.
I familiar with the app My Singing Monsters. M not my friend.
Let's get things started.
I don't play a lot of I don't play a lot of phone games, so. All right. Yeah, because EA Indies, that's what we saw A Way Out last year. EA Indies is a great little setup that they have where EA put a bunch of money into an indie game and they say like, hey, here's $500,000 as an example, and as long as they get the return on their investment, they don't care. They'll never gain any more than what they've put in. It's a great little. That's how A Way Out was so successful.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5.
You guys some dice, very
exciting.
Cool.
There's been a lot of speculation and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. And you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able
to
smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come.
Destruction in capital letters. Oh yeah. Hoda dude, not much yet, man. They just kicked things off with Battlefield 5.
Not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community.
I reckon we'll probably see some Battlefield 5 gameplay afterwards. They always tend to run one of the big multiplayer games at the end.
I want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war.
Oh, bye, Christian.
Off by an exclusive look at,
man, Pinch, I hope we do get more bad company. It's very unlikely, but I think we might get more bad company because I think it was you and I who used to kick some ass back in the day.
Something not to miss tomorrow. So our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War.
I hope they do sort of vignette stories like they did in the past. That'd be really cool.
No premium pass.
Yeah, as you said, yep. Old news, but still pretty cool.
Every day will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's
gonna have to bail in a few minutes, unfortunately. Hopefully after the show, some Anthem stuff. That's alright, dude. Thanks for the short time that you're here.
It's Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction.
Wait, they say Battle
teamwork,
Royale?
Vehicles into this new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played
Holy
before
shit! Like,
in Battlefield.
I want
or
Battle Royale
anywhere
Battlefield.
else.
That destruction is a complete game changer.
More about
Oh,
that
fuck yeah.
Later this year.
Oh,
So with that,
yeah.
It's time to show you what makes Battlefield so
Battle
special.
Royale,
It's the unmatched
bitches.
intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time
Very
it's
cool.
even more epic. Fighting across multiple
I know,
maps and modes.
I know you've been asking for it. The game is $180 retail. Get excited.
Operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Now, Damo, can you confirm that for me? They did say Battle Royale, yeah? Looks good. Looks great. Oh, so glad that destruction's back. Didn't sound it to me. I may have heard it. I have to check the tape on that one. Oh, fuck yeah. It's funny. I was talking to my wife yesterday about how, even though I love E3, I'm also incredibly cynical on it. Like right now, I'm like, meh. That, you know, before I came in this room, I was like, fucking E3, I'll probably get bummed out by something. Like, already, I'm fucking feeling it, man. Like this trailer alone, I'm like, yeah, nah, games are great, games are fantastic, E3's dope, so I'm feeling it. Nautilus War Story exclusive first look in the Xbox here. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, they're doing some Xbox time. That's good. Hope the tanks will be a bit better this time. Near unstoppable in BF1, sort of dude. I really should have played some more Battlefield. I did play a lot of Battlefield 1 multiplayer, but wish I finished the single player. Like the vignettes were a really cool idea. I like them a lot. Actually, maybe that might be my next credits for the year. I think now that I've finished God of War, got myself that platinum.
Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo. Tu és campeão.
Then in a FIFA. Hey, who would have guessed FIFA 19? No idea, right? Yeah, fuck off. Thank you. I did. I got the plat yesterday. I beat the Valkyrie Queen, and got myself the plat. That was real good. Huda dude, if you haven't already, come join us on the Facebook community group, facebook.com/groups/thepopculturists. You can see all my endeavors. Because it doesn't count unless you share it on Facebook. I'm still waiting to be able to plat Detroit. Everything will be sent out Tuesday, so we'll be able to go to the post office on Tuesday. I got a lot of junk to put into a box, so yeah. UEFA Cup. Well, it was nice being Cinematic trailer, but I still don't show how big the map was, and that's what I'm concerned about. Battlefield have always had big maps. I don't think that'd be a problem. I don't have Facebook anymore, bro, so sort of dude, but I do follow you on Twitter. Bam! Champion.
Where the world's best clubs compete.
I'll be sure to post more shit on Twitter for you, dude. You follow me personally, or do you follow Pop Culturists? Because I'll post on either.
And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer.
All right, done.
And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
I can frequently do it because you love me. Can you confirm he did say Battle Royale? Thank you, Pinch. Thank you.
It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here.
I can't run my ass.
We're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic
Was UEFA
Champions
not
League
in the
tournament
game?
mode.
Shows how much
Your
I know.
club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
This is actually huge for FIFA this pitch. Oh shit.
Just
Well, because UEFA Cup's huge.
you know, the heart
So it
and
baffles me
soul
that it wasn't already in there. I just assumed it was.
And this year, we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions.
Oh, that's cool.
with FIFA
Cool
pros.
shot.
And we're
So
gonna
I'm
be sharing
focusing
a lot
on
more
the
about
screen
gameplay
on
throughout
the
summer, but what I
left.
can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year.
Well, the maps have gotten
So we
very
look
small.
forward
Bit
to
one.
everybody
No, that's true.
experiencing the game
Because in my
hands-on
head, I think Bad Company,
And
Bad
also,
Company
of
2,
course,
which the
we're
maps are
extremely
fucking
excited for
huge.
everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th.
Oh,
And that's
Pez
all
has
FIFA
rights to
19
it.
news
That's pretty.
headlined
That is
by the UEFA
huge.
Champions League.
That is
But I
huge
just wanted to
indeed.
take a minute to pause and reflect.
So they're like the
Standing
competition
next
no
to
longer
this trophy
holds
is a
it.
little
That's
bit
rad.
surreal.
It's really rad.
You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup. And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete.
Oh yeah,
for
it kicks off in Russia. My wife's
As you can
oddly really
imagine,
excited for
all
it.
of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch. But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year.
Australia.
Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we
Australia
don't wanna
isn't
stop there. We
in
wanna
the World
invite
Cup. I don't believe
everyone
so.
to come and
I think
join
we
the
might
fun.
be. I don't know. We
So
never
pleased to
like
announce
Australia's
for a
pretty
limited
shitty
time,
at soccer,
FIFA
so
18 will compete with the entire World Cup
it wouldn't
experience
surprise me if they
available for a
didn't make
free
the
trial
cut.
on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC.
we always try. They always
now.
try for the. They always get knocked out the
Yeah, you can
second round.
download
They
it
go,
for the entire
they
game
win, and
right
everyone gets
now
really pumped.
for free.
Everyone gets really excited. Then always get stomped out.
Yeah.
Feel free to prove me wrong. I have no idea whether they actually are or not.
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
And this summer will bring so much more.
Oh, this is in.
to
Hey!
Plenty of
You
FIFA
go
18
Australia, you
content
bastard.
centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and auf Ravistan!
Whoa, that was aggressive. She probably said something really nice like, let's go. That sounded really mean. It took that long way to qualify because they suck. I was right. I knew they sucked.
It is the big day, on the biggest stage, at the World Cup.
Man, I wish I gave a shit about
EA Sports.
Hey, it's that guy
FIFA
again.
19. You know, the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either. bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait
Soccer
for
is
you
a
to
fucking
experience it all.
joke on the world stage.
We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one.
Third,
in
and he did
Hollywood,
2 fingers.
and
Nice
we
one.
couldn't be more excited to have
Third
you
one
with
was
us
paid
to
DLC.
share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of
Microtransactions.
streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world.
Okay.
For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms.
Are they going to say EA Access is now on PlayStation?
Playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week, we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course,
Nice
is
one,
subscription.
Pinch. I'll be
And
rooting
we
for
started
Australia
subscription a
after
number of
Brazil and
years ago,
Switzerland.
and many
Thanks,
millions
man.
of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere.
This
will
man
bring
looks
you
like
all
money.
of our
You can't
new
even imagine him as
PC
a tradie
games,
or a
starting
plumber.
with Madden NFL,
Yeah, he does. He has that
back
CEO
on
look.
PC
You can't
for
compare
the
with it.
first time in over a decade. Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come.
So it looks like they're doing game
Get
Xbox Game
access to the
Pass.
Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Streaming okay, well maybe in a couple of years it'll be okay. But yeah, for us, streaming games from the cloud is a probably horrible idea, especially for the internet we have. But I like the idea of it. I might be able to do okay. he does look like he does like a $5 haircut. Like that, I reckon that suit or that kind of look or the clothes he was wearing probably a good 2 week salary of me. I Need for Speed, didn't think of that. Yeah, Madden 19 on PC doesn't not normally come on a PC.
Hey everybody, what's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that Madden on PC, right? Yeah! So, you guys may have seen that Vince was
Respawn.
tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh! You guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
Oh, I'm fucking wet.
I hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh!
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
Oh,
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
all right, mate, gotta go pick up a lady. Have fun, Hooded Dude, you champion.
So Vince,
thank you for stopping by.
Got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so.
Oh, prequel game.
All the
Prequel.
hardcore nerds out there who want to know, like, where in the timeline, like, between which episodes is it?
That's between 2 and 3.
Between 3 and 4.
Oh.
Okay. All right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits?
Yeah.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's going to just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
I like this guy. Cam is frozen again.
So I think
thank you very much,
Demo.
Demo.
We want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Done.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
Yeah.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up.
Ooh,
and,
all right.
Hopefully
Give me Christmas
we'll hear
next year. I'm cool with
more
that.
From you, maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vince.
Oh, this guy.
Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
What's up, Dennis? What do you got for me, Dennis? Battlefront 2. All right, good. I did think they were going to do some more.
Hello there. My name is Dennis.
Do you reckon they'll acknowledge how shit they were?
On Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Gog stoned as fuck.
I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game.
So they've acknowledged they fucked up, but they haven't said sorry.
So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place.
Cool.
And it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
All right, very nice.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce
Grievous,
the most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, so we get Owen Obi-Wan?
Finally making his debut in Battlefront after all these years. So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku.
Newt Gunray, damn it.
As well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
I guess Ep2 Anakin.
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and
to their credit, they're not coming out going, here's Battlefront 3. They're actually expanding on what's already there. That's cool. I kind of like that.
Future. Thank you very much for playing the game, providing us with your feedback, talking to us. Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you. So thank you. May the force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
Look, I've been hesitant on picking this game up, and I think maybe I could finally do it, I guess. Maybe. I really want to play it. Like, it's such a bummer that I took a weird stance. But I guess after, like, 8 months or whatever, I probably can. Hey, Yanni! Unravel 2. Very cool. Alright, so we're heading into the EA Indies. Man, Unravel was fantastic. I enjoyed the game a lot. I should have put him in the thumbnail. I didn't, but I should have. In hindsight, it seems like a better idea, better thought than The Sims.
Hi, it's really good to see you. In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest,
oh, as a friend,
you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled.
Ah, multiplayer, I assume.
And it leads you off on an adventure.
Very cool.
So welcome to Unravel 2.
Unravel 2 Electric Boogaloo.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new.
Man, I'm down with some co-op.
Together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend.
Very nice.
There's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure. This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage.
What's up, Michael?
Producer at Coldwood.
Playing on an Xbox. Interesting.
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
So this wasn't prepared.
There we are. So when you're playing it by yourself,
oh,
you can
that's cute.
Pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game.
You give him a piggyback.
And we actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted to have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were like fun and exciting. And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters, because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across.
Where's weird shaky doll guy? Yeah, that dude was very nervous. He was so nervous.
So I guess I'll jump in at this.
I mean, obviously he was, you know, putting his game out there was real cool.
Red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue. A little celebratory flip there.
Well, this is going to be a good stream game for us, having it being co-op.
Playing it safely now.
So it's using the same sort of mechanics, which is really cool, as in a lot of the same visual cues.
And I'll catch you.
Oh, I like that. I like that you're able to catch each other. That's good to know.
I swing now? Okay, you go ahead.
So, oh, that's really cool. So I like the idea because, yes, I said using the little coloured pivot point, swing points, I guess. You can actually use each other as a swing point.
Got it?
So that way you can sort of traverse things easier and with a bit more difficulty at the same time because there's not as many visual cues that you need to be able to make that swing like that.
Oh, sweet. Well done. Okay, I'll go up and distract the grass. You can.
Demos is doing this solo would be more of a challenge with what need to swap. Yeah, that would certainly be true.
Your turn. Yeah, look at me. Here you are. Keep him on.
Okay, so you can take the bird's aggro, I guess. That's kind of cool.
Pull you up.
Very cool. I'm liking this a lot, actually. This is really good.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah, finally.
Or can we? So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
Yeah. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. That's awesome. I'd love to play that.
I really hope you like it. And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort on so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home. And
big old tick for me on Unravel 2. Yeah, I think I might go back and finish Unravel, I think. Or do it again. I want Yanni's friend's name. William? Yeah, William. Fuck, I'm funny. Yeah, the music's nice. It's good, very chill, very, very good.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep.
Wait, what?
You heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Oh! Available. Right.
Thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at
now. Guess what I'm buying after this?
We started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique
Yanni and Yanni is good, yeah.
And to tell their stories.
With an eye.
And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out. And I think
I do wish it was William though.
And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think anyhow, in March that game
fucking A.
It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something
I'm buying the shit out of that.
And you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude, eh?
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now.
This is the thing I love. It's when they get little, you know, the same thing when they did Unravel. You know, these sort of independent guys. They're just really, just genuinely happy to be there. I love it.
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing
Apparently people playing Steam.
Or SOS, as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Oh.
Is this real?
I'm playing something fierce.
This world that I live in.
This, yeah, it's spot on there. This could, either way, this could be really surface level. This could be huge.
The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul.
That's why I love indie. Like I said, I hate indie games, but also love indie games at the same time. Like real good indie games like this, by the looks, it's it's where they can take really unique concepts and throw them around. Like, you know, when I think indie games, I think a lot of shit that Steam makes. But like, this is where indie games should be. Really cool, unique ideas that you wouldn't see anywhere else. Early 2019, fuck yeah. Big tick for me.
Yeah, I'm the one. But I'm not the only one.
NBA Live.
We are the one. We can shut you down, and we can put you on an island. Crossover. Gather. Gang.
Yeah, it does sound like a Hellblade concept game. Yeah, it's that real sort of, yeah. I agree with that. It's spot on.
Say it how you want. Trust the process. Run as one. Call next. Or be the answer. As long as you hold your course. Just remember though, wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you're on my court. I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. And this is my squad.
My name's Shay Kivlin, aka Young Kiv. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is really to win the Madden belt.
Kiv's been going after that belt since 2016. At some point, he's going to need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
It's a big night for young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is now in his first championship game, looking to accomplish a goal.
3rd and 4, throws it low. T.Y.
Guy seems like a dickbag.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40 to 19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have an incredible matchup. It's a rematch. Touchdown, Kev. Nick, he throws it high, and young Kev is going to be your champion. Can I play you again?
You want to get smacked again on TV?
Happy face, no. Madden 18 champion.
He's finally done it.
This will be followed up by MLB. Well, MLB doesn't exist. MLB the show Sony San Diego. They're the only people that have the rights to the MLB franchise. There was a 2K one back in the day, but not anymore.
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith.
But NHL is a big one, yeah.
As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot. As you guys know, this is Young Kiv, Madden 18, Madden champion. Like, give it up for Young Kiv, y'all. Give it up. Young Kiv.
Why is this guy wearing a bum bag on stage, though?
Path, to where you're at today.
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm. So then I picked up Madden, and at first I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
D-bag.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball.
Slightly.
That's number 1. Number 2. You said you had the decision to go to your
Why does EA do this? EA does this every fucking year.
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but
it really stops it dead in its tracks.
That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
It's been tough.
Who the fuck cares, man?
So close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out. But all those losses made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of bling on that belt for you. Well, today,
people even say bling anymore.
First look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's gonna be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk
it's
to you
lit.
forever. Well, I'm not gonna bore
I'm
you
gonna write
guys.
that down.
Go out. I'm gonna try to take this belt.
It's
round
lit.
2. So we're out.
Don't forget that. It's lit.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battled through the pain and failure. All just to get to this place where you've been told legends are born. You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all, but about all the moments that got you here. So, if you were in their position,
I didn't feel tired until right now. Alright, you lose me. Bring me back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live, winner-take-all, head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the
All I want is Skate 4, says Pinch. It's just Tony Hawk to roll across the stage holding a big number 4. Well, I think there's a big thing, because Activision own the Tony Hawk brand and for the games and sense, so I don't know how they get away with that. It'd be pretty dope.
Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Trash.
Yes.
What I...
His opponent, fighting for the red side of the room. A competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
Why?
It's going to be a real clash of these gaming.
Who gives a fuck? My concern with this is this sort of shit is what really slows down and just stops conferences, man. Like any momentum, like they were actually gaining some serious momentum there, and this is really just punching it in the face in the worst way.
I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
the match. Here we go.
Because shoutcasting 1 is fucking dumb.
Been deployed, and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick at Night being able to reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going for on the top side, also very important as Nick at Night's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there?
What the?
Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry. And like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep. Nick at Night with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready. And firing that takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
Yeah, he's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger and more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help flank those
some flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear.
My dog is not impressed as Pinch. He's just climbed under the blanket. Oh man, what the fuck is this?
He makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now. Both True Zones in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if
In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial.
Here we go. So in terms of the Madden, Blunty, who's another YouTuber that I follow, he's tweeted, quote, I hate losing way more than I love winning, end quote. That's a fucked up attitude. It's going to fuck you up. Get therapy. You're unhealthy and maladjusted.
And that fires. Wow.
And Nick at Night, one shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment.
Sea of Solitude does sound fucking fantastic, though. Demos, why do they always insist on doing the more slow parts back to back? Because rather than having 2 slow points, I have 1 giant slow points. Everyone that needed to can go take a piss. Go make some breakfast.
Get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly as you get more of them on the field. But In Control, just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so far.
Nick at Night is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control.
This is
And just ripping
boring.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this.
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry, help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick at Night to try and secure those positions. He brings out the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick at Night cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters, coming around the far side for those rhinos. Looks like he's really pressing it.
And we see that missile is starting to get close to firing with 3 zones in control for Nick and Knight, looking to set things back.
This guy got well, I don't good at this guy that's got stomped, so In Control was not in control.
Create a good flank position and take over that south.
And we're seeing the first mech unit from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip, and this little watch out for this missile.
And Nick and Knight's gonna fire that one off and settle for next missile is gonna end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick at Knight's done a great job of getting map presence and now also harassing the economy of In Control.
Yep. Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit to deal with those.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and In Control just needs to hold
this missile is nearly going to fire.
It can be stolen at any point.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it, Max.
There it is!
He's going to take it. Defeating Nick at Night here.
That was epic.
Why does it seem slightly scripted? All right, because it most likely is. It very likely is, and when you got shoutcasters like that.
I just came to make mammoth tanks, so I've done my job.
Yeah. Absolutely. That was awesome. We saw a little
Yeah,
bit
so with shoutcasting like that, it is the way they deliver it makes it feel very scripted.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal
of a shit game.
Conquer Rivals.
Wait, let's say Command and Conquer.
Rivals reimagines the real-time experience for mobile.
What a waste of it! What a waste of an exceptional name.
Continuous control of their armies in quick, competitive head-to-head matches that are
what a waste!
By skill and strategy.
What an absolute waste of a
iOS and Android devices.
good
but I'm
name.
excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Oh, shit's serious. It's a woman.
Command and Conquer for a new generation. Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things.
Skate 4, motherfucker. Skate 4.
To be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better.
Yeah.
And so as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and as much as you love playing them,
we love
there's
money.
Something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards.
All right, where's my kill him?
Bullying and exclusion
This is well and good.
are not an everyday
Where's my
threat.
skate 4?
These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable.
On an interesting thing though, what he's clearly having to read the teleprompter here.
Privilege of making games for all of you.
Well, the part that I didn't believe a moment ago is about how we've listened, we've learned, whatever. None of that was script. Well, it was scripted, but he wasn't reading the prompter, so that means something, I suppose.
The gods vanished and left our world in chaos, creating, altering, destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
Hey Ryan, what was one of your predictions that would drop into the Visceral game that were being headed by another studio? Was that Josh? I think it was Josh.
These walls can't protect us forever.
I'm sure we'll have to go back over that one. I think my predictions were Skate 4, Anthem, but no release date. And I forget what the other one was. Maybe in something Star Wars, I guess.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
I'll be honest with you. This is doing absolutely nothing for me. And no release date. Yeah! Points betting.
because I've seen it a couple times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all Bioware fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the Bioware team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Routsard. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. Just got a little game to show, right? Yep. It's going to be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at Bioware way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for Bioware fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying to come back to it, and you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy.
What a script? Look, that's it. It's what EA do. They got to just shutting down all momentum.
We wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover. You know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. And we also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from Bioware, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for Bioware is
fucking
really about
camera
characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you can build a solution to that.
Fucking,
you have to really build it into the core of the
it's
game.
pure hot trash. Fuck EA. Spot on, Zach. Absolutely spot on.
Our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world,
Hope you saw that 20 minutes when nothing of promise happens.
On your mission.
And now my camera's all choppy. Isn't that amazing?
The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus.
Fucking camera.
And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of
EA is sucking out so much time that it's killing Ryan's camera.
Very
likely.
So that we can add story for years to come. So
okay, because they were like, well, let's monetize this for the end of time.
They want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love.
It's quite likely I may have been.
An event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. it's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there
They had to drop skate for at the end to save themselves. See, the problem is people are really pumped on Anthem, which I can see why. People have such a hard-on for BioWare, but still nothing for me, man. Absolutely nothing.
What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. You know, and then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we tried to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, you know, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics.
So don't get me wrong, I will play the shit out. I will play this just for content. But like I have no hype for this.
For Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive.
But I hope that once it does come out and I do spend some time with it, that my thoughts change on it. So I'd like to see, but I kind of doubt that, to be honest.
Seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that
Pinch says, I think it'll be another overhyped multiplayer game that won't live up to it. I agree. It looks like Destiny to me.
In the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exo suits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally,
Justin, I'll wait to see what it's like when you play it right and watch review. It looks okay, but I'm not hyped. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm in the same boat.
But the thing to remember is,
so we won't be playing it for another year, so no matter.
You are a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage it, or the javelins that your friends.
Okay, well.
So really,
I like that idea. Not being stuck to one class, quote unquote, is pretty good.
So they each have their own.
So you can
abilities.
pick what suit you wear depending on what you want to do.
Now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things. Really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
Damon says, I'm more hyped for Madden
sure
at this point in time.
In your face right now, too.
Yeah, it's weird.
So the javelins are awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted,
open questions, but we'll still pick the ones we want.
People out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks.
So it was a Mass Effect looking suit in there a minute ago?
The actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics?
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked earlier about...
I don't think there's any questions on those cards at all.
So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about, you know, the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So, you know, I think here we're going to see the Colossus, you know, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay, if we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, you know, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above. And then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because at the Slate Tones wants to know how
why bother giving them cards when they're earpiece and teleprompters? Look, that's true.
Storytelling.
So Anthem's really built around.
Andrea is fantastic. She's actually a really good host, but you know, of course, she's only as good at hosting what she's given. So.
Make sure that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay? Yeah? You guys want that?
I know watching an EA conference, but when I watch this, it's just making me think it's Division 2 and how much fun it's going to be.
You and your friends have
Division 2 is going to be interesting. I'm curious to see where that comes with Ubisoft in a couple of days.
An acid-based super weapons.
That's Tuesday.
You start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we
scripted conversation.
And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
I'm looking forward to being able to do Div 2 with people this time. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you can be able to jump in with all us, dude. Oh. I just yawned really hard, took the wind out of me. Oh, of course using Frostbite. Yeah, that's the rules. Everything in EA uses Frostbite.
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So,
excuse me.
Find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Whenever I see people go into mechs like that, it always makes me feel really claustrophobic for some reason.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby.
Well, everyone first thing in party uses Frostbite. Yeah, so everything. Or is it anything EA uses Frostbite? It's sort of the given at this point, which is good. It'll work well for games like this. You know, anything for any person shooter based, it'll work great for.
Right. Checking out the scar cam some more.
Excuse me.
And the turrets. Better move quickly.
Yeah, man, everything uses it. It's rad. Economically, it makes a lot of sense. It's quite underwhelming. Daniel Dwyer on Twitter says, the fact that they're dropping a panel about such first impression stuff really makes me feel like Anthem is still a long way away. So I think late next year, late 2019 at the earliest.
Something's odd. Get a closer look,
Game
would
is
you?
not close.
You see those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful. Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast.
Okay, so 2020 is probably more likely. Was it late 2019 delayed into 2020? So someone on Twitter named Vicky, as I'm just looking at Twitter while we're watching this, I love this girl right up until she made reference to pink customizations. There's more to female gamers and meaningful diversity than making shit pink. Calm your fucking shit, Vicky. I think this is more of a dig at the pink Darth Vader from Battlefront 2, by the way. So that's how I interpreted it.
What the
hell was that? You?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
you guys.
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4,
oh,
and
shit.
PC.
Fuck!
Mark your calendars,
Fuck.
Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire Bioware team. I know you guys had that awesome theater.
Same day as Days Gone. Oh, man. Days Gone is getting buried. Shit.
I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today.
Oh, I'm in the same vein. I'll be playing Days Gone. Anthem can suck it. But we'll be getting Days Gone early, no doubt, so that kind of works out well for us. Let's just see. Pink Debate will always be a meme now. Yeah. Just think of how Anthem changed from last year to this year. It looks toned down. I think last year was more of a cinematic trailer, just sort of showing off.
Going because in just a few moments the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
We'll let them do their wrap-up trailer, and then we'll have a chat. No. Pinch, no, I'm going to bed, dude. I'm going to bed. Alrighty.
Hi, guys. My name is True Boy. Welcome back to the...
Let's mute that bad boy and let's go to that one. Alrighty, let's have a chat about what we've seen today. So, from the EA Play conference, we have seen Battlefield 5. It looks cool. Looks like to have a lot more destruction, which I'm kind of cool with. Interesting to see. Yeah, tomorrow is going to kill me. Tomorrow is Microsoft Bethesda. Tuesday is going to kick the shit out of me with Square, PlayStation, and Ubi all in the same stretch, which is going to be pretty gnarly. But, yeah, Battlefield 5 looks dope. Down for more destruction. No premium pass microtransaction. That's fine. Mention of a Battle Royale. Fuck yeah. Battle Royale is it's going to be a very boring thing in the future. But I think Battlefield could do something really cool with it, having big destructive environments. It's like there's going to eliminate the chance, like eliminate camping, essentially. Like, Fortnite has destructible environments, but not in the same way. Like, this is completely different, as you can just blow the fuck out of a building rather than having to, like, chip away at it with a pickaxe or whatever. I think that'd be pretty interesting. FIFA, who gives a fuck? Origins Premium, looks like they're shifting EA Access to more of a Game Pass service. That could be interesting. Having streaming games from the cloud, though, I don't know how that will go, especially outside of the US. You know, with our internet here in Australia being pretty horrid, I don't think that will work. I am hoping that they'll be announcing EA Access is coming through to PlayStation. That'd be pretty cool. I didn't see anything like that at the time. Respawn are working on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, taking place in the dark times between 3 and 4, focusing on the downfall of the Jedi Order, which sounds really interesting for me. The EA Access is also on Xbox demo, but I mean more, but in more. No, in terms of more, because they mentioned that a lot of the big titles are coming to EA Access, EA Origins, like Anthem. A lot of things coming day and date. That's how I interpreted it. Could totally be wrong though. I'll have to keep an eye out on the real news outlets for that one. Battlefront 2. It's really good to see that they are doubling down, fixing shit up, and just keep playing it. Like, rather than being like, all right, ignore that. It's now time for Battlefront 3. They just keep going with what they've got, and that's fine. With new characters like General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Count Dooku, and Anakin Skywalker, which I assume from Episode 2 or 3. That's pretty dope. I like that a lot. Unravel 2 is a big one for me. I'll be very keen to dive into that, which apparently is available now. So I'm going to build up the PS4 after this and see if I can get that downloading. Sea of Solitude looked fantastic. I really liked how they described what the game is going to be. I think that will really pique my interest. It looks bigger, smarter, and better than a couple of other, a bunch of other games we'll no doubt see this weekend. I really like the idea of the loneliness being that disruptive to you as a person that it can turn you into a monster. I think that's a really cool concept, and I'd very much like to see that play out. NBA Live, who cares, comes out September. Madden, where we had the boring chat just with some dickbag on there. It's kind of boring. Command and Conquer, then getting bastardized as a mobile game, and then Anthem with the release date of February 22nd, 2019, which I guarantee you will be delayed. But Anthem still does nothing for me. It looks like Destiny with slightly more color, but yeah, no, I said we'll play it. But my concern, coming out on the same day as Days Gone. Days Gone is about to get stomped, and that's going to be a really tough for Days Gone. What do we got in the chat here? What are you guys thinking? Jump in the chat and let me know. Justin says, still need to see more from Battlefield 5. The NDC game looks really cool, and Unravel looks really cute. And the new Star Wars game sounds interesting, and everything else sounds meh. Pretty agree to there. Advanced Store is on the store, $29.95. Yeah, I'll pay that. I paid that for Unravel 1. I can pay it again. Yeah, no, I'm keen. So I'm keen as shit for Unravel. That'd be great. I might. Oh no, don't know else. I'm not sure when I'll stream it, but obviously with being two players, gonna have a real advantage on playing with someone. Unless if I can swing someone around to come play with me. Maybe we'll get Craig. But anyways, I think we might. We'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we might wrap this shit up because tired and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's soccer things. What else? What did you think, Pinch? What else did you people in the chat think of this overall? I'm a little bit disappointed. No Skate 4. So in terms of my predictions, I think I am 0 for 3. I think. So my predictions were Skate 4, Anthem, but no release date. So that's out. No Skate 4, as I said. I think I did mention Star Wars, but I think that said, yeah, I think mine was, I can't remember what my Star Wars one was, but I don't think I scored too well in terms of the prediction side of things this year, but that's fine. Anyways, I'm going to wrap shit up now. I'm going to head off to bed, get a couple more hours sleep. Batting 2 for 1, I think. Okay. Well, yeah, I might have 2. I don't think Josh has any. Josh might have something. I've double checked the scoreboard. Keep an eye on it. It was quite underwhelming. EA has never been the one that really blows me away. Obviously, PlayStation always has a big part for me. But last year, what's that? Last year, the one that really blew me away was Ubisoft, and I think Ubisoft might be able to do it again this year. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But anyways, let's wrap this bad boy up. I'm Ryan Betson from the Pop Culturist. That was our live reactions to EA Play, EA's 2018 E3 conference. We'll be back here tomorrow morning with Microsoft. That's 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to join me there. And then at 11:30 we have Bethesda. I'll be live streaming both with tons of reaction, tons of thoughts, and I'll actually be prepared and bring what my predictions were. So, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had a lovely time. And we'll see you this time tomorrow. Literally this time tomorrow. Because it's 5:30 in the morning right now. Alright, have a lovely day, guys. We'll see you when I see you.